For those of you that attended both the 2022 and the 2023 Peoria Area Hamfest, this needs no introduction to you. If you did not, what you're looking at right now is an HP, I believe this is called an HP Stream 11. But I don't have just one of them. I have three. If you can read them, there are the pertinent details right there. The story behind why I've got three of them. One of these, I don't remember which one. For the sake of argument, it doesn't really matter because they're all the same. One of these was picked up in 2022. And I've had it putting around in my garage for a while as just a laptop to have out there to do networking with. You know, watch live streams, etc. Look things up on the internet, get some installers for computers, put them on USB, what have you. Just a utility laptop. It runs Windows 10. My thought process, because more of them were available in 2023, my thought process was that I'd pick up another one and subject it to Linux. Well, on the way back, there was one that was seemingly unclaimed, and it ended up coming home with me. So that's the story of why I've got three of them. Spec-wise, I believe they're all exactly the same. They were brought by Weasel 2HTM, and they've all got this, they don't normally come with this plastic acrylic housing cover, but it is kind of a nice thing to have. They're 11-inch laptops, so they're about the size of my MacBook Air that I've got in the other room. There's a power LED there, headphone, USB, there's a lock. There's nothing on the back. There's the DC input. Now I know I had a charger for this somewhere here, but I have no idea where it went. It's got a micro SD card slot. Another USB there. That was our USB 3.0, or at least that one is. Is this one a 3.0? No, that's a 2.0. So I'm surprised it's not got the blue indication. It just says super speed beside it. And an HDMI output. No optical media or anything like that. Open it up. It's got a webcam. A matte display, which I'm very thankful to see. I hate glossy displays on computers that just drive me nuts. Stream. I believe some of these were also sold as Chromebooks, but I'm not 100% sure. There's the trackpad. Looks pretty good for having been used in a school environment. I wonder if the battery's good on this one. It is. Reasonably, anyway. Oh, never mind. Well, maybe it is. Maybe this actually is the one from 2022, because I know that one has a problem powering up. Eventually, there'll be a video where I install Linux on one of these. I haven't decided which distribution yet, but it'll almost certainly get some flavor of Linux. Nope, this is one of the 2023 units. The question is which one? Battery is running low. Well, yes, of course it is. This is the one that's not actually supposed to be mine. At least I don't think so. 10% battery life remaining. Could quickly take a look at specs here. And let's see. Of course, Windows 10's settings layout is completely retarded. Celeron N3350 with 4 gigs of RAM. Windows is a little bit out of date. Probably have to update that at some point. Okay, we're gonna go to a real control panel. I don't want the Explorer. Hopefully the battery will actually last long enough for me to do this. It's not connected to the network yet. Might be eventually. Let's see. I want the device manager, because that'll tell me a little bit more about this. I believe these are a Centrino platform. Oh, look at all those unknown devices. High definition audio device. That's generic. SanDisk, DF. I believe that's an mSATA SSD. But it might be NVMe or new enough to be like M.2 or something. But I think that's mSATA. Intel HD Graphics 5000. And Intel Wireless. So indeed, these are Centrino platform machines. But that doesn't really surprise me in the slightest. Probably not much else really interesting to really see on this. So that's the first one. Let's take a look at the next one. Alright, here's the second one. You can see it's not in as good condition. This might actually be the one that I was using out in the garage. I'm not 100% sure. Somebody's putting in a comment on the burbling noises that they might be able to hear or might have been able to hear earlier in the background. I'm doing a load of laundry right now, just some towels. It's finishing up because, you know, that's just what normal people do past 2:30 in the morning on New Year's Day. Let's see if this has a charge. Nope, that one's totally dead. Okay, we'll come back to that one. Let's try this one. Which again, exactly the same. No difference. These are all the same laptop. The difference is in... Oh, that one's dead too. Okay, let me get my power adapter. Okay, power adapter is plugged in. You can see the charging LED is on. Let's see what it does. Yeah, it's got the same problem. It just powered itself off. And now it'll power itself back on. Alright, which one is this? Now, I'm obviously not keeping all three of these. That's a little ridiculous. And no, that's not your invitation to beg, wheedle, and whine to buy one in the comments. Because I will dutifully ignore you. Oh, okay, that did a little bit something weird. I don't know why I did that. Oh, this is the second of the 2023 ones. This is the one that was supposed to go to me. And I'm telling you what, folks. This is what happens when you make videos on YouTube. If it'll ever actually sign in here. These are not really a great existence. I mean, they're not terrible computing platforms, but a lot of things they're just really not up to. It wants me to sign away my life, apparently. Just a moment. Well, it's been several moments already. You're on the clock. I don't have all night. It's already 2:30. I have one more video I wanted to record. Let's never do any of that. Yeah, this. This is what happens when you have a fan base on YouTube. Alright, although it didn't come from YouTube, so there's one thing. Again, I'm not going to go through the hardware roster too in detail on this, because I don't really think I need to. This one is certainly identical. Let's see here. You know, sometimes you wonder if I actually think about anything. You can see M3350, 4 gigs of RAM. There's a link to the device manager right here. Could have just used that with the last one, instead of having to open up the control panel and do it from there. Well, there's fewer unknown devices on this one. It's the same disk. Same video. And the same network adapter. So, we've determined all of that. We'll shut this one down and we'll take a look at the last one. Well, you wouldn't know it now because I've plugged it in, but it had a blinking light here. Not really sure why that is. Unless it was trying to tell me that the battery was dead. Yeah, there's the same power off and power on again. This is the first video that I am recording in the year 2024. So, not that I suppose it really matters. By the time you see it, it'll probably be like March or April or something. But, you know, you never know. This is the one from 2022. So I don't know what this is actually going to have open on it, because I was using it for something. Might even have a password on it. Macintosh Plus. I wonder why that was open. Well, nevertheless, I can certainly go into settings here. As the washing machine burbles away in the background. It's actually the dryer that's running right now, but it's the same unit. It's a combination unit. It's an LG, which, yes, that means that it's a lousy garbage, but in its defense, it actually does do a pretty decent job of cleaning clothes, and the timer that's on it, usually the electronic timers are the most inaccurate things in the world, but that one's not too bad. I mean, sometimes it can be off by a minute or two here or there, but that's better than some that will jump 30 minutes sometimes. It's really kind of crazy. And it doesn't spend, 200 years farting around a load balance or anything like that. Yeah, same specs. I suspect that when I go into Device Manager, I will probably find, again, that it's got the same specs. Interestingly, all three had a different subset of unknown devices there. Ooh, it's got a Samsung. Let me look that up. I wanna know. What is that? MMC. So eMMC is what that is, which I believe is different from mSATA and different from NVMe. So, is it 64 gigabytes? Or is it a little bit smaller than that? Let's see. 57, yeah, 64 gigabytes. So not a terrible existence. Again, HD graphics and dual band wireless. So that's it for the first video of the year 2024. Thanks for watching, and if you've got any comments, feel free to leave them below. Unless you're going to be a clever clog and ask to buy one of these, or complain about the fact that I dared to run laundry. How dare I do things that I need to do, right? Anyway, it's almost 3 o'clock. I'd like to think about getting to bed, but we all know that probably won't happen.